Okay, guys and gals, about 10 seconds of the obligatory disclaimer. If you want to read the whole thing, just pause the video. Okay, everybody, let's take a look and see what happened in the stock market today. We're looking at the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Okay, you can also trade the /MES if you so choose. Really nice for smaller accounts, right? Okay, looking at the daily chart here. So let's ignore that one right there because that's the start of the new session. But today's candlestick, pretty small candlestick, pretty much a doji. Okay, it opened up at, let's see, 46.95 and a quarter and closed at 46.97 and 3/4. So only up about 3 points for the day. Most of the day was down. But the MACD looks like it's trying to get very strong here, guys and gals. Okay, if it does one of those, right now things look really strong. The Big Daddy forecast is kind of pointing down, but we could just be in one of these little areas right here like that, where it points down temporarily and then it goes up and takes off. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, we're pretty far above the 50, okay? But at the moment, anyway, the market looks strong on the daily chart. So we'll just see what happens. This is Thursday's candlestick already, even though it's Wednesday night. That's Thursday's candlestick right there for the futures, all right? Okay, let's look over at the monthly. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time here because it's pretty simple analysis right now. Okay. The monthly continues to have these big divergence warnings. They're just staring at us. And there's no doubt that's divergence right there, and so is that. Prices are going this way, and these indicators are going down. And the red divergence warnings, those are pretty big deals, usually. Okay. When this one showed up right here, we had 2 months down. Okay. So you'll notice back in November, we just had that little inverted hammer, but that's pretty much been blown away because this candlestick right now, at least in the first week, is pretty strong for December, yeah? Now, of course, there's 2.5, 3 weeks left of December. Where are we at here? What's today's date? Today is, the 8th. So, yeah, we still got pretty much 3 weeks left of December, right? So we'll see what this candlestick does for the rest of the month. But right now, on a monthly time frame, it's looking pretty strong. The divergence warnings are probably going to play out in the future, but for right now, things look strong. Let's look at the weekly. Okay, that's a very strong candlestick for the week. Basically, this one candlestick is almost made up the entire previous 2 weeks worth of downtrend, right? Not quite, but almost. So if you take that range there and that range there, you're almost getting it back on this candlestick right there. Okay, not quite because you got an upper wick and a lower wick here on these two candlesticks, there and there, but it's making up a good portion of it. So, and these indicators, they look pretty strong. These divergence warnings here, especially that one and these right here, those are false flags. The red divergence warnings we had back here, man, they were spot on, guys. Look at that. Red divergence warning, boom, 2 weeks down. Very nice. Okay. Very nice. Right on time. Sweet. Worked really good. Okay, so on the weekly, we're pretty good distance above the 50. This didn't even get anywhere near the 50 on the weekly chart. Nowhere close. Okay. Right, so if you want the hourly charts, you see the splash screen in front of you right now. Okay, I share that with the premium members and sometimes the 5-minute charts. Okay, and I shared gold with them and crude and natural gas and wheat and oats last night on the members only futures product. So if you want access to that, $5.99. Guys, if I make it any cheaper, I'm giving it away. Seriously. That's as cheap as it gets. Okay, you're getting a whole month's worth of videos. I mean, think about an entire year of $6. That's $72 for a whole year. I mean, where do you get subscriptions that are that cheap? It's ridiculously cheap. I kept it that cheap so everybody can afford it, okay? So going back to the daily and just finishing this up for the general public, my thoughts on the daily is, yeah, it's strong. The daily chart as a whole looks strong, but this candlestick right here wasn't very confidence building. But that's kind of typical after a big run up when you have a candlestick like that, a big run up. I even said yesterday that I said it's possible today's candlestick could be red. It almost was, right? It's like fractionally green, and that's very common to get a 100. What was it, 110? Yeah, at 110 candlestick on that one. Okay, and the next day it would be very common to see a red candlestick or a small one. So no surprise there. But I would not be surprised right now if this candlestick was a decent green candlestick tomorrow. Okay, not surprised based on what I'm looking at. It could reverse. The Big Daddy could be telling us something to come. But, overall, my impressions are the daily chart looks strong. Okay, and until we get something else that tells us otherwise, okay, in other words, let's just say tomorrow was red and the next day was red like that, okay, then we're looking, oh my gosh, we're approaching the 50, we're doing something else, right? You follow what I mean? So for right now, it looks strong. Now I'm going to share the hourly chart with the members, and we're going to fine tune where I think this thing is going. Okay, that's not something I'm going to share with you. Take advantage of it when you can, because the price could go up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And don't forget to click that little bell to be notified of all the videos that come out. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.